product universe here. Donald Trump wants to build a great economy and become the greatest jobs president God ever created. Watch him explain his policy for creating jobs in the United States by bringing back jobs that went out of the country.
I'll be the greatest jobs president that God ever created. I'll take them back from China, from Japan, from Mexico, which is doing an incredible job. Their leaders are much smarter than our leaders. They're taking tremendous industry. If you look, Nabisco just announced they're building a big plant. They're leaving Chicago. Nabisco, I mean, how American can you get? Nabisco is building a big plant in Mexico. Ford is building a $2.5 billion factory, car plant, manufacturing plant for cars, trucks, and parts in Mexico.
How do you keep them?
You keep them by...
Because the labor's cheap, that's why they go.
For one thing, you keep them by talking to them. But I would say you keep them, if they go there, they'll make cars, and they'll sell them to the United States. No tax, no nothing. Just come right across the border. The next thing you know, they'll have the illegals driving them right across the border. Take them in, drive them in. It's cheaper that way, okay? I mean, you have to talk to these people. You have to go and see the head of Ford.
And they say the labor's cheaper over there.
And you know what? Then we'll say, that's fine. If the labor's cheaper over there, that's good. But you know what? You're going to have to pay a tax to get the cars back in. You're going to have to pay a penalty. And if you put a penalty on, a tariff or whatever you call it, and believe me, China's doing it to us. China dumps all their stuff with us. And I'm not complaining about that. But I have friends that are manufacturers. They cannot get their product into China. So if they're going to do it to us, we have to do it to them.
And they'll say, but then my car's going to cost more for your people.
No, you know what? They're going to make cars here. And maybe a person will buy fewer cars over the course of a lifetime. Who cares? We have to bring back our jobs, Chris. We have to do it. We have no choice.
I hear you, but the question becomes how? In the scenario you just pointed out, you have Ford saying it's cheaper over there and you're going to punish the consumer.
I will tell you, you're not punishing the consumer, and you're strengthening our country. We owe $18 trillion. It's going to be, very soon, going to be $20 trillion that we owe.
Big debt.
Okay? We have to start creating jobs. We have to start creating wealth. Look, we all go to good schools. I go to great schools. You go to great. You don't have to be you don't have to be the great student to know when Ford builds this massive plant to build cars, and then they bring them back into our country, no tax, we get nothing. They leave Michigan. I was just in Michigan the other night. Unbelievable people. We had an unbelievable crowd. They leave Michigan. They take them out of Detroit and all over the place, and they go to Mexico. There's no way that helps us. And you're going to have to do something with a tariff at the border. If they're going to make cars over there, if they're going to leave the United States and create jobs for Mexico, not the United States, you know what? It's fine. But they're going to have to pay some kind of a price. We are getting killed on trade.
All right, let me go back.
Interestingly, Carl Icahn agrees with me, and Carl Icahn, as you know, is a great negotiator, and I have many other great negotiators. They are dying to get involved.
But you wouldn't really put him in charge of China.
I would absolutely.
In charge of China?
Can I tell you what?
Please.
In charge of trade.
Because you know what that makes people think. It's like, this is not a business. It's a whole political, governmental thing.
No. It's a business, too. Hey, you can come up with me into this building. You'll see the largest bank in the world from China is in this. I have a great relationship with China, just like I do with Mexico.
Right, but don't you need the diplomacy and all of the policy people?
We have diplomacy now. They're killing us, and they don't even like us. Okay, we have diplomacy, so we're diplomatic. They don't like us, and they're beating us. With me, they'll like us, and we'll beat them. Okay?
This is a great sentiment and policy from Donald Trump. For far too long, the United States' biggest companies and corporations have been leaving the United States and have made huge factories in foreign lands where labor is cheaper. Donald Trump wants to bring back these companies and corporations to the United States. He wants them to build their huge factories in the United States, so that these huge factories can employ American workers and create hundreds of thousands and even millions of new jobs. This would be greatly beneficial to the United States economy, as more Americans would have money and more money would be circulating through local economies. The addition of huge factories to a community cannot be understated, as the positives mean more people get jobs, money, homes, and the ability to support a family. Donald Trump has seen enough of countries like Mexico and China taking our jobs and thus taking money from the American worker. He is going to fight to bring back these jobs and this money so that more Americans can become better off and chase the American dream just as he did. We need Donald Trump back in office to stand up to the countries who are taking advantage of us on labor and trade, and to restore America's manufacturing might and the American dream. This deserves to be shared because it shows how Donald Trump's policies will create jobs and make the American workers better off. But that's just my 2 cents, and you're entitled to your 2 cents. If you want, share your opinion in the comments below, as all viewpoints are welcome. If you enjoyed this informational and educational video, then give the video a like and turn on my channel notifications so that you'll be notified the next time I release a new video. Thanks for watching. God bless you, and God bless America.